Trying to think of something to say. It's Thursday, the 11th of February, 2016. Beautiful. It is friggin' gorgeous outside. It's supposed to get to 75 today. I have a feeling it's going to be that Chamber of Commerce Day here in Houston. We'll see how it goes. It's February. Nice. Oh well, should be a nice day. Nothing pissing me off enough to gripe about on the vlog though, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I know, give it 5 minutes. Be something come along, piss me off, right? So this will tell you how jaded I am. So one of the guys I watch on YouTube, his name is Hickok45. Well, his channel's Hickok45. He does these sort of long-winded gun reviews, and they're pretty cool. I like the way he just takes his time and just talks about his experience with the firearms. It's really nice. Well, YouTube has been a real bastard when it comes to people talking about firearms and firearm safety and shooting and that sort of thing. And if they show the shooting in the videos, they come down on them as unsafe, no matter where they're doing it, no matter what they're doing with the firearms. So it's a load of shit, is what it is. It's them exercising their right to the freedom of the press. Now this is YouTube exercising the right to the freedom of the press, because in order to have the freedom of the press, you have to own one. So if somebody owns a press, they don't have to publish your stuff. The Supreme Court decided that many moons ago, and that's fine. So Hickok45 moved to another place. I forget what to call it. Forget what it's called. I don't care. That's not what the point is. It's another login. And I'm sitting there staring at the screen, because I have to log into it to leave a comment. And I'm sitting there staring at the screen going, okay, I've got to go to my online storage, and I have to download my file that contains all my passwords. And I have a super duper encrypted file that contains all my passwords. I use a password control system, and now every place has a different password. Every place has a long, jumbledy-gook password that means nothing. And I use a monster password to log into that file. And I have old copies of it. I never delete old copies. So here's my procedure for adding passwords to this. I download the current copy, and I go through the process of adding the password to the web page, and I paste it in there, and then I copy that back, and I make the one that was the current one, I put the date on it and make it old. And it might be A, B, or C. And I just leave it in there because they're small files in the storage. You have umpteen gigabytes of space to put something, so it doesn't matter. But the problem is I'm staring at the screen, and I'm genuinely angry that it won't let me use Facebook or Google Plus or something to log in. I'm sitting here staring at the screen going, you assholes, why won't you do that? And I'm sitting there thinking, well, they don't have to do that. They don't have to go through that process. I've got the multiple parts of my brain arguing with myself. It's like, they don't have to do that. If they want to use their own process, that's fine. And it's the whole idea of, if a one-stop shopping for hackers. That's the argument against having a login manager. Man, somebody's out there banging around big pieces of metal. But anyway, that's how jaded I am. I am genuinely upset that I don't just have one-stop login to leave comments on a web page. And of course there's no anonymous. I don't trust places that allow anonymous comments. They actually require you to log in. And so does YouTube, but the problem is, it's so many assholes on YouTube these days. People just log in. I want a registry of commenters. I want to say, here's my video, and if you're not a registered user, if you're not a verified user, you can't leave comments on my video. Only people who put their real name up and can be tracked down are allowed to put comments on my stuff. That's what I want. And I think that's what this whole Google Red thing is. The whole YouTube Red thing is about. But if you haven't heard, YouTube has a whole new section. It's like YouTube Red or something. I don't remember. But you have to pay $10 a month. $10 a month. And that's Netflix money in order to get into this. And you lose the ads. Well, I don't really have many ads on it anyway. I've gotten to where I just ignore the ads. I've developed complete ad blindness, and I just mute my phone or whatever I'm watching, and it's like, wait for the ad to be over, and I can't remember 2 seconds afterward what the ad was. So it does not register in my brain. Okay, it's not registering in my brain. And this is so it's $9 a month. But when those people leave comments, you got their credit card information. Okay, so if they're making threats or something, they can be pretty easily tracked down, and then they can get kicked off the service, and you can actually kick people off the service. Even if they would go get another credit card, it still has their information on it. And if there's a court order saying they can't comment, then the credit card company has to follow through and block them. I'm pretty sure anyway. But anyway, so yeah, the idea of having to pay money to go onto every single web page has always been a nightmare of mine, and it's starting to come true. The internet used to be a place where you could just follow streams of consciousness through the internet and find things and get a hold of stuff. And it's getting to the point where you can't do that anymore because everybody pays to be the top hit on Google, and all that existential stuff is shoved down to the bottom. So you have to just not even look on the first page of Google a lot of times. I was looking for an answer to a question the other day, and it was all paid. And I had to go to like the third page of Google to get past the things people had paid for. Everybody had AdSense, whatever it's called, paid for to have their stuff at the top of that search because it had a brand name of Android. I was looking for an Android answer. So once you put Android in there, you can't get past the paid the paid links. You got to hit 3 or 4 pages in to actually get past some of the links. It's really annoying. That's one of the times that Bing actually helped me more than Google did, because Bing filtered out the paid ads, the paid keywords better, because I was looking for an answer to a problem and not a product. And I kept getting the product and not the answer to my problem. So anyway, end rant.